In this session, we explore the ritual of the death of God from A Course in Miracles, Chapter 16. Our aim is to expose the ego's ultimate fantasy of separation and contrast it with the simple, practical choice for truth, so we can recognize how these dynamics quietly shape our daily decisions. Completion is a universal goal. Everyone associates heaven with a sense of total fulfillment. Both the ego and the Holy Spirit agree on this endpoint. The real divergence lies in where we believe completion is found and which inner teacher we follow to reach it. Here we compare two opposing concepts of heaven. The Holy Spirit's way is union, shared reality, and the recognition that separation is only an illusion. The ego's way is triumph, victory, and the supposed freedom of an isolated self that fears any genuine union. For the ego, true completion seems to demand the ritual death of God. It begins with a fantasy that destroys love's meaning, replaces our true identity with idols, and ends in a tragic result: the decision to separate, which is ultimately the decision not to know ourselves. This diagram outlines the ego's learning cycle. A desire for autonomous triumph leads to fantasies that attack love's meaning. We then raise idols to substitute for reality, which culminates in loss of self. The entire system is engineered to move us away from truth and into illusion. Illusions themselves are not fearful, because they are not true. We fear them only when we secretly want them to be real. That wish fuels denial of truth and blocks clear choice. Our anxiety stems less from the idol and more from our investment in keeping the fantasy alive. The decision for truth is far simpler than the ego suggests. Complexity is a defense that hides the obvious. Confusion arises only from fantasies, which are entirely unreal. Every moment, our task is a binary one, to choose between truth and illusion, nothing more. Crossing into reality involves 3 steps. First, recognize that idols and the ego's triumph offer nothing. Second, abandon these illusions as their emptiness becomes clear. Third, accept correction, allowing God to release us from the consequences of the ego's mistaken learning. We conclude by undoing the ritual. The trap is the ego's search for completion through God's imagined destruction. The illusion is our use of idols to replace reality. The escape comes when we see illusions give nothing, choose truth instead, and symbolically cross the bridge to reality.